Hello there, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Dr. Graff, Matthew Graff.
What are some of the challenges that you face as a parent?
I've got 4 kids, 16 to 7, and 3 boys, 1 girl. The biggest problem that I find, especially as a professional in business and I've got multiple, is making sure that the time that I do have with my kids is meaningful. It's not much, I don't have a lot, but if I can make even 5 minutes feel meaningful to my kids, it does make a big difference.
What's that one thing that you learned about yourself after becoming a parent?
I think the one thing that's been challenging for me is patience. And I'm really always wanted to be a teacher. And some of the ways that I practice medicine, try to educate. When you have kids, even though you're their parent, they don't always want to listen to you more than they'd rather listen to their teacher or someone else outside the home. So finding ways to teach where they'll actually listen to you has been a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Interesting. What is that one thing that brings you joy?
When they finally see the reason why I've been telling them something or leading them in the right direction for a while. And even just the other day, my son, I've been trying to get my 16-year-old to be more outgoing because this is a problem in our society, especially teenagers. They're just not good. Social media is destroying a lot of things in the world. But I said, all you have to do is just ask someone a question and you can start a conversation. And my 10-year-old, a couple days later, was like, Dad, I've been realizing all you have to do, I see people start a conversation. Like, how did they do that? Oh, they just asked somebody a question. So there are moments that all of a sudden you realize what you're saying, the effort you're putting in, it is calculating in their head. It just takes them a while to actually get into process.
Oh, that's beautiful. So let's dive in about like the differences that you're talking about, like raising boys versus girls.
Sure.
What are some of them?
Well, it's emotional energy is probably the biggest or the easiest way to define it. Women or the girl is just a bundle of emotions all the time. And she needs to be more comforted, and if she doesn't feel safe, for example, in an area, it's a lot harder for her to get out of her shell. The boys, it's a lot about physical energy. So you got to get them running, you got to wrestle with them, you have to find ways to get them moving and working with their hands, and if you don't, they implode and they destroy your home. So it's meeting those kids on those 2 different energy levels. For the girl, it's much more kind of spiritually, socially, emotional, and for the boys, it's physical. And so at least that's been my experience, the three versus 1. And my daughter is a lot more organized, and she's willing to get her projects done on time. My boys are a lot more impulsive. So there's, at least from what I've seen, a pretty easy divide between that.
Is there anything that you wish that you knew about before beginning your journey as a parent?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much, especially during the early stages of parenthood, not sleeping, the late nights, the woken up throughout the nights, and how much that drains your energy. I was in medical school when I started, pulling all-nighters, doing tests, and obviously I had a wonderful wife who took a lot of the brunt of, but the reality of how important it is actually to keep up your physical health. And focusing on proper eating and even exercise and sleep, all these things that we want for our kids. If we're not doing our best on those things, it's much easier to fall apart, to get frustrated with your kids. I mean, just keeping positive energy all the time is going to be sometimes hard, but it's just so important.
If there's any advice that you would like to impart to future parents or parents who are just starting out in their journey, what would it be? I
would say don't take everything so personally. It's very easy to feel judged by other parents, especially in the social media world. Even to some extent, certain parenting books and self-help books, if they don't fit perfectly with, you read it and you say to yourself, I should be doing this sleep routine or this eating routine with my kids. I think we beat ourselves up a lot because we think things should be perfect when they're not going to be, first of all, and each kid is so different that even the ideas that I might be sharing now or others share, they work because they work for my personality and my kid's personality. And until you come to terms with the fact that every kid is different, they need more or different things from you, it can be very easy to be frustrated with the parenting process instead of enjoying whatever time you can enjoy.
That's beautiful. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.